toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Purdue Boilermakers, Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. The Ducks will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Boilermakers offense will go on the attack first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The give to the back. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. And the Boilermakers want to crank the tempo. They'll send the back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fakes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Boilermakers will punt it away on 4th down. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So the Oregon Ducks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 10, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Rides the back on the option, the give. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. Let's talk for just a second about Purdue. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
The give to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got his man on the right. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work, turning it on. Picks up the first down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And on that run, he shows you his speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burners, and when they got into the second level, they were gone. That's exactly what this guy is right here.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Here's the handoff. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Off play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the first down marker.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a 1st and goal.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too...
Into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. On to attempt the try. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue.
He's got it all right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
And this type of route, man, going all the way from the left side of the formation, all the way across the field to the right, you better have some decent protection up front. They protect him. He waits for it to develop, and he hits the speedster coming all the way from left to right for the huge gain for this offense.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And he was off target there, but I tell you what, I'll expect to see more of that. They do a really good job in this offense of getting the running back the football in the passing game. Just let him make plays, let him be a difference maker, ball getting to him in space. So I expect we'll see more of that throughout this game.
Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going and now right back to work. keeping it on the ground with the single back. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. And the Ducks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Ducks with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
And he got just enough of that one. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the 2nd quarter is about to get underway. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Boilermakers will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Dave.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
They'll run play action. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hicks. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. Wants to throw on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a third and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Gets the back moving. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. And he will step out of bounds, but what a way to get the ball back for his offense. The Boilermakers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on first. The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be...
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, David.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together, get some good mojo going.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll give him a couple that leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. The give on the option. Oh, it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. Second down coming up.
Here we go.
They go to the ground. Past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Got it.
First and 10, they're down to the 25.
Get set. Get set.
Gives it on the option. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short.
Down.
Tight end now in motion. Now the play fake. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time.
Ready, break. 6-9-1. Gators far.
From the gun, running back on the move. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. The Boilermakers will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Let's go.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. No good. They blow the field goal. Something finally goes wrong.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Back to pass on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Going to try to get it himself.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Boilermakers decide to punt it away. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Motion from the back. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
I think a big part of the formula to this team's success is their ability to get after the quarterback. In game 1, they had 6 sacks and obviously won that football game. They know coming into this one today, they have got to be able to get after the quarterback, and they're off to a great start.
He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in West Lafayette today, and welcome into the halftime update.
And the Boilermakers will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They get to him as he throws. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Got room to work. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
Man, this QB is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Ducks will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. No good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Rides to back and leaves it. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. 4 wideouts set 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball.
He'll take a shot.
Well, one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Shaw. Fires to the big fella. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got...
It's a running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Blasted as he lets it go. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Here's the pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarter.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Snags it quickly on the left.
Yeah, when you get that man... Most people are taught to have inside leverage, so that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy, but tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Boilermakers come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. On the option. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there. He gets enough for the first down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start on offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Get it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that on screen passes. It just never developed. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Boilermakers are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, give on the inside. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield. It's Moyer. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Here comes 3rd and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Oregon. Excellent pass by the back on the option. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Lets it fly on the move. Snatches it on the right. Running free. The tag. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Purdue.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And first down for the offense.
Jackrabbit.
Looking downfield, it's Yaw. Got his man. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Touchdown, Ducks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense.
29 Philly.
He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves.
And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
Fires to the tight end. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. On his way from around the 50. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over. Starting to see some smiles on that sideline as they're close to a Week 10 victory.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
From the gun, the ground game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hope. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burns. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He wants that clock to run. He has the first and still on his feet. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Ducks come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Here's a heat. And give him another 6. Grabs it for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Quarterback on the keep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Hope. The throw. Got his man downfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Brings him down on the right side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold it.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Looking to throw. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Boilermakers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
And, man, is that a just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Number 15, on to punt it away.
Fair catch is called for. You want to make sure that you field it cleanly in rainy weather like this. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this